You gotta keep on breathing if you wanna make sense of it all. We will not fall.
Okay, so let's start seated. Comfortable seat for you, that can be anything. That can be cross-legged, that can be butterfly. We're going to take our Hakini Mudra. All of the fingers and the thumb gently, lightly connect. And you feel that space in between, and then just drop the shoulders, drop the elbows, and just bring that Hakini Mudra down in towards your lap. Feel this space from the ears to the collarbones start to extend as you feel the crown of your head reach upwards towards the sky. And as you breathe out, the sit bones ground you into the earth. Take a few steady inhales and exhales here to bring yourself onto your mat, ready for practice. Letting all the thoughts of your day just drift away now. Being present, focused. And finding Bhakti yoga within your own practice, your own love and devotion. Just take a moment to ask yourself, how are you? We often see others out in the street, at work, our friends, so we always ask that question, how are you? But do we ever ask it of ourselves? Ask that of yourself now and listen, hear the response. You know that moment when you realize that everything has lined up perfectly, perhaps serendipitously. It's remarkable, and you should celebrate these moments. Serendipity feels like a big hug from the universe. It results in exclamations like, I can't believe this happened, or it was perfect timing. And when life presents itself this way to you, celebrate with gratitude and reverence. Things line up when they are supposed to. Timing is everything, and when it's least expected, it's the most exciting. And all of that can be said for our yoga practice, our vinyasa flow. Timing is everything. Our breath is important to our flow. Never holding the breath, but allowing the breath to be steady. Thinking of the inhales as your extensions and your reaches, and your exhales as your deepenings and your releases. Finding an intention that fits for you today in your practice of Bhakti yoga. Drawing the Hakini Mudra up the center line of your body, passing through the heart space, the throat, the third eye, reaching the fingers up towards the sky, tracking the energy from the crown of your head, and maybe the gaze just lifts up towards the thumb as you relax the shoulders and open the elbows, open through the upper back, lift away from the lower back, reach the fingers high. Stretch a little more to release the mudra, and the arms start to float down by the sides of you. Palms face up, shoulder height. Turn the palms face down and press the air down towards the earth. Circle through the shoulders. Start to bring some movement back into the body, maybe dropping the belly back and scooping up the front, and then you can press the chest forward, look to the sky a few more times, drop the belly back, round through the back and the shoulders, press the chest forward. And always finding those moments in practice today if you need to take a rest. And let's come to a tabletop position. A few rounds of cat and cow. So we're going to touch a bit about a royal theme today, Raja. Raja Yoga is the 8 branches of yoga. And Bhakti Yoga is one of the 5 paths of yoga. So find that breath in the cat and in the cow. Mobilizing through the spine, the hips, the shoulders. And then coming back into neutral, reaching the fingertips forward, dropping the chest between the shoulders, keeping the hips nice and high, coming into heart pose. Release to the chin or to the forehead. Feeling the shoulders start to relax and open. Few steady breaths. And then bringing the hands in line with the shoulders onto the forearms, come into a forearm plank, either kneeling, keeping the belly lifted here, so try not to drop the belly and arch through the spine, or you might wish to tuck the toes and come into your forearm plank. So here we want a nice long line all the way from the crown of the head right back to the heels. And just notice if you're dropping the hips, overextending through the hip flexors or the backs of the knees, or if the hips are slightly lifted, try and find that midpoint, pressing forwards and back, rocking on the toes if you've chosen to lift the knees. Crown of your head reaches forward. And wherever you are, coming into a little baby dolphin, walking those toes in towards the body, dropping the crown of the head between the elbows, lifting the sit bones, start to pedal out through the feet, bending each knee. And then find stillness as you release both heels, maybe keeping both knees bent, pressing the chest back towards the thighs here. Remember, we're just warming up. But this practice does involve hips and shoulders being mobile. And then dropping the knees nice and slowly, release the hands round to take a child's pose. Belly, chest down to thighs, relax the head to the mat, palms face up. Take a reverse prayer. And any level of reverse prayer here, so maybe the hands just come to the base of the sacrum, but open and roll the shoulders back, or maybe the fingertips do come together here, and you can press the palms together, or you might find tightness in the wrists. Exhale as you fold into that reverse prayer with child's pose. And slowly release the hands. And we're going to take a rabbit pose, because as we work towards 2 of our royal postures, which are headstand and shoulder stand in practice today. Rabbit is the first one of those inversions, so maybe using a block. Or you can always place the crown of your head onto the mat, lifting the hips, curling through the spine. Sorry if the mic goes a bit funny here, but let me take it off. And the hands come back by the side of your body. They might take hold of the heels, but really try to lift the hips up towards the sky and curl through the spine. Nice. Holding for just a few breaths in that rabbit. And gently release back into child's pose. Bring the hands around, widen the elbows, widen the knees. Give yourself a little wiggle room. Drop the belly between the thighs and press the chest between the knees. Head might come to the back of the hands or to a block. Inhale to tabletop. Right foot comes forward into a dragon pose. So the foot faces forward here. So really try to keep the big toe grounding. You can use blocks or your hands might come down to the mat. Drop through that back left hip flexor. Keep the spine nice and long. Draw the abdomen in and crown of the head reaches up towards the sky. Drop the shoulders. Again, keep grounding through that right foot. Try to connect the elbow to the right knee and that forearm to the right calf. If you wish to come off the blocks, you can bring the hands down to the mat. Again, find that long line. Tucking the back toe, pressing into the toe beds to gently lift the knee. You can always keep that knee bent if you wish. Start to rock forwards and backwards, but maybe keep the length here through the legs so that you're not, again, pressing that knee too far forward of the ankle joint. And then we're going to step into a long pyramid. So maybe shorten the distance, but that back heel does not have to come down to the mat. So my heel is not coming down to the mat. Both feet are facing forward. Try to think of the hips are nice and square here. So draw the left hip forward, right hip comes back. Long spine. So if the spine is not long and you're dipping forward, use the blocks. Bring them up onto any of those levels, but we are long spine here. You can bend through the front knee if those hamstrings, back of the knee, might be a little bit tight. Try to relax through the front toes. And then bend and drop the knee. Open up into dragon. Let's take it back into pyramid. Drop the knee. Twice more. Back into pyramid, long spine. Last time, drop the knee. Back into pyramid. This time, we extend the body away, crown of the head reaches, and exhale. Start to fold the body on the inside of that thigh. You might use the block on the outer side as you bring the right hand round to take hold of the ankle if you wish, so that you're starting to get that arm underneath. Block might be on the inside and you can hold on there. Fold the body down and then lift the front toes as you rock back onto the right heel. Holding for a few breaths. Nice and slowly, dropping forward. Find a high lunge this time, fingertips up onto the toes. And let's place the palms, step it back, bent legged, downward facing dog, pedal out. Release one heel at a time as you bend the opposite knee. Release the knees to the mat, take them wide, toes come together. Find that wiggle room through the wide leg child's pose. Inhale, tabletop. Let's come into the left side. So left foot forward. Blocks again if you need them. Dropping through the hips into that dragon. Relax the front toes. Open the chest, the shoulders, crown of the head reaches towards the sky, and you can always bring the fingertips down or palms. Again, connect that left arm to the left leg. Try not to let the foot roll out. I know we do a lot of winging dragons as well, but this time the knee is pointing over the middle toe. Try not to let the knee roll inwards. Knee is going out and you are on the inside of that thigh. Tucking the back toe, lifting up, keeping a bent knee if you need to. Again, just finding a rocking motion. And using those blocks, should you need to come into that flat back, long pyramid, starting to straighten through the front leg, maybe shortening that distance. As you release the right heel down, again, try to think about those hips. Are they skew-if to the front of the mat? Are you drawing the right hip too far forward? Is the right hip lifting? Think about that flatness of the sacrum, crown of the head reaches away. So nice and gently, bend and drop. Open the chest. Take it back. Exhale, flat back. Twice more. Bend and release to the mat. Take it back. Think about that breath. Last time. We come up into that pyramid, and this is the time where you will lengthen the spine away from your waist and fold the body on the inside of that thigh. Again, choosing to take hold of the heel here with that left hand and drawing the crown of the head down towards the mat. Think about those stable hips and pelvis. Try to release the right heel a little bit more. And then start to lift the front toes, coming onto the back of your heel. Drawing the body down towards the mat even more. Slowly release the toes, bend the front knee, come into a high lizard, up onto the fingertips or the palms or blocks, roll the shoulders back and open up the chest, looking forward and step it back, bent legged, downward facing dog, pedal out through the feet, releasing one heel at a time. When you're ready, nice deep exhale, full downward facing dog, exhale. Inhale, right leg lifts up and back behind you, straight, three-legged dog. Remember, try to open the hip here, so turn the toes downwards, press the left heel down to the mat, shoulders are square, then open up into those figure of eights. So we're dropping down into the figure of eights, down towards the mat. On the exhale, inhale, you press up. Let's repeat twice more. Exhale, figure of eight down. Inhale, press it back up. Last time. Down and up. Finish in the up position. So lift the knee, press the chest back to the thighs, press the sole of the foot of that right foot away. Feel the hip starting to open. Bring that right knee to the right wrist. Come into a pigeon. Drop the hips. Staying upright for a moment as you find a stable position, and then coming down into your sleeping pigeon, prone. A few breaths here. Try to release and relax any tightness or tension in that right side, the hip, the glute. Left hip flexor draws down to that right heel. Start walking the hands back. And place the palms, tuck the back toe. Lift the right knee underneath you. Hold for a few seconds. And then send it back. Downward facing dog. Left leg lifts, three-legged dog, straight up and back behind you. Toes turn downwards to face the mat. And that right heel presses downwards. Start those figure of eights. Exhale, coming into the center. Inhale, press back. Twice more. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Last time you're up there, you're coming into that kicking donkey style, three-legged, lifting the knee as high as you can to really open the hip, releasing the right heel down. Nice and slowly, come into that pigeon, so left knee to left wrist. Drop the back knee and exhale as you fold forward. Few breaths as you release and relax here. Let go of the weight into the pelvis and the hips. Try not to hold it up. It's very easy to hold the body. Walking the hands back. Palms down, really spread the fingers, tuck the back toe, lift the knee off the mat, hold there. Strength needed. And then step it back. Downward facing dog. Take 2 to 3 breaths here. I'm going to drop my knees because otherwise I won't be able to breathe through my nose at all. And looking forward, starting to walk the feet towards the hands at the front of the mat. Take a forward fold here. Feet might be together, might be apart. And keep the knees nice and wide. Try not to let the knees roll in towards one another. Exhale, belly, chest down. Relax the head. Again, I'm going to keep upright. And heel toe the feet out. Malasana squat. Exhale. Sit bones come between the heels. Bring the hands into Hakini. So We're not pressing the palms together here. We're using the strength of the elbows to widen the knees, lengthen through the spine. Think about the feet rolling backwards, knees over the middle toe. Crown of the head reaches up, sit bones reach down, rooting and rising. Mula Bandha engages, Uddiyana Bandha engages. Let's take a gentle bind here. So the left arm comes in front of the left shin. Right arm sweeps open. And just notice that opposite knee. Does it roll in, or are you still opening here into that Malasana bind? And you can always use a strap if the arms aren't actually meeting here, or just rest them by the buttock. But again, try to open up through that hip, maybe the chest, and the gaze looks up towards the sky. Gently bring it back into center and take it to the opposite side. And you can always lift up a little bit to get that bind and then drop the hips. But it's important not to let that foot and that knee roll in. So really keep that left knee opening. Good. Few breaths. Nice and slowly. Release back to center. Heel toe the feet into parallel, either together or apart. And then sweep the arms up. Come into chair pose, Utkatasana. Reach the arms away. Nice long spine. Draw the belly back. Tailbone lengthens down. Imagine we're sitting on a throne. Press through the feet. Lift the arms. Stretch, stretch, stretch the sides of the body. Look to the fingertips. And exhale. Hands open to shoulder height. Palms face up. And then exhale. Turn the palms down. And they come down by the side of the body for Tadasana. Circle the shoulders if you need to, and just find a few breaths here to settle the heart rate. We've been down, warming up for a while, so I want you to be ready for all of these standing balances now to come. So we're going to do a round of sun salutations and flow on the right, and with a standing balance. And a round of sun salutations with a flow on the left. It's going to be quite fast moving. Doesn't matter if you get lost, just flow along. Hands into Hakini at the heart center. We do 3 of the openings. Inhale, arms open, press the backs of the hands behind you. Curl through the spine. Draw the fingertips together, bend the knees, Hakini. Open twice more. Open, chest presses forward. Exhale, curl. Fingers meet, crown presses to thumbs. Last time, open. And back into Hakini. Bring the Hakini up to the sky and circle the arms around. As you circle by the hips, we bend the knees and the arms come forward. Nice L-shaped forward fold. You can always straighten the knees, but try not to let the hips fall backwards. Circle the hands by the hips 3 times. Inhale, they come forward. Exhale. By the hips. Inhale forward. Once more. Exhale by the hips. The last time they come forward. Drop and release the body in the arms and the head. Look back. Step the right leg. High lunge. Circle the arms all the way behind you. Interlace the fingers. Press them back down the thighs as you look to the sky. Release the hands. Here's your connecting vinyasa. You can either do a lovely little ripple down dog into your plank chaturanga, or your knees, chin, chest, cobra. Find the breath. Back to your down dog. Inhale, right leg up and back behind you. Open up through the hip. Press through. Open it up. Warrior 2. Nice deep exhale. Find the position through those standing postures. Feel rooted. Take a bind here with a reverse warrior. So take the front thigh, reach the top arm back behind you, As you reach, straighten through the front leg. Yeah, nice. Then bend, come back through warrior, and find your side angle pose. Bring yourself back through warrior. This time, humble warrior, interlace the fingers behind you. Open the chest, shoulder comes on the inside of that knee. Really keep that knee pressing back behind you. Arms might stay at the sacrum. They might come over the top of the head. Nice. Hold and breathe. Crown of the head reaches down. From here, you lengthen the spine, press the knuckles back, shoulders draw back, release the hand down onto a block or to the mat, open up, and take a bind here in that side angle. So right arm threads through, might take the strap or the fingertips. Open the chest, the rib cage. Guess where we're going? Yes, Svaga Devishasana. Bird of paradise, looking forward to the front foot, stepping 1 or 2 steps. Transfer the weight into the left leg. Strong core, spine, lifts the right leg and maybe just holds there. Or you can take the extension of the leg out to the side. Beautiful. Find 5 breaths. Nice. If you're not in the bind, you can always just hold the leg out to the side. When we come out, we step that foot back, hold the bind, step the left leg back. You've got the bind still, open up a little bit more, press the left hip flexor forward, roll the left shoulder back, gently release, turn, and exhale, down dog. Take a connecting vinyasa if you wish, or take a pause in down dog or child's pose. Inhale, right leg straight up and back. This time, 3-legged dog. Step it through, high lunge, Anjanasana. Inhale, the arms come up. Interlace those fingers once more. Press them down the back of the thigh as you open the chest to the sky. Stepping forward into that flat back. Arms come straight forward, lift the abdomen. 1 circle on the return as you exhale. Inhale forward, drop and release. Bring you up to standing. Arms open and come back into Hakini. Yay. How's that one? Right. Let's do left. I might turn this way. Okay, 3 of the openings. So really expand the chest on the inhale. Exhale, curl as if someone's pulling your waist back behind you. Open twice more. Exhale as you bend. Inhale as you open. Really find that flow of the breath. From the last time, we lift the spine, arms reach up to the sky, we circle the arms all the way behind us, engage the core, Uddiyana Bandha lifts in and up, arms come to L-shaped forward bend, 3 of those circles. Remember the arms stay in line with the shoulders. Exhale as they go back by the hips. Inhale as they come forward. Really feel that shoulder mobility. The last time the hands come forward, drop and release the entire body. Left leg steps back straight into Anjanasana, high lunge. Interlace the fingers. Maybe the other finger comes on top. Exhale, open. Gently release the hands. You're connecting vinyasa. Ground position cobra or chaturanga up dog. Inhale, left leg up and back behind you. Open up through the hip this time, kicking donkey. Bring the left leg through to meet the hands. Open and out. Warrior 2. Nice deep exhale. Reverse warrior with the bind, bent legged first off, reach the fingers over. Then we can straighten the legs, draw the inner thighs together, keep reaching, reach, reach, reach. Should have a really beautiful long stretch here. Then bend the front knee back through warrior, hands come down, side angle pose. Back through warrior, humble warrior this time. Opposite finger might be on top of those interlace. Open the chest and fold in reverence. Crown of the head reaches down to the mat. Arms might stay at the base of the spine or up to the sky. Bring yourself level to release the hands. Hand comes down. Maybe sweep the arm up to take the bind. So pressing that right hip forward, left arm comes through and under, might take the strap or the fingers, looking towards the front left foot. Step 1 or 2 steps forward, shifting the weight into the right foot. Engage core, lengthen spine, lift left leg. Keep open across the chest, the shoulders, the hips are flat, extending that leg out to the side, finding 5 breaths. Bird of paradise, Svaga Davishasana. Slowly step the foot down, transition the weight, release the right foot, open once more. Release the hands, step it back, down dog, your choice. Down dog, rest, child's pose or a connecting vinyasa. Inhale, left leg up and back behind you. Place the foot straight away. Core engages, arms raised. Circle the arms. Interlace the fingers, opposite finger on top. Open the chest as you bend. Nice opening. You draw the arms down. Step it forward to release the hands. L-shaped forward bend. 1 circle on the return, back to the hips. Inhale forward. Exhale, drop and release. Wow. Bring yourself up. And exhale, hands back into Hakini Samastiti. Take a few moments to settle the heart rate, settle the breath. We are going to repeat right and left, little bit of a steadier pace. We know where we're going, so we know that we have the warrior sequence. And again, it doesn't matter if you get lost. I'm going to probably just try and talk it through with you. Standing at the front of your mat, hands in Hakini. Opening up 3 times. Open and curl to close. Breath out. Open and close. Last time. Open and close. Arms reach up to the sky. They circle all the way back. L-shaped fold. Arms reach out. 3 of those circles by the hips. 1, 2, 3. Drop and release. Strong step back right leg. High lunge. Interlace the fingers. Press back. Look to the sky. Release downward dog. Exhale. Your connecting vinyasa. Inhale, right leg sweeps straight up and back. Step it through. Warrior 2. Open it up. Come straight into that reverse warrior bind. Straighten through the front leg. Reach a little bit more. Good. Warrior 2. Side angle pose. Stretching over. Maybe the arms up above the head or over towards the ear. Bring yourself back through warrior for humble. And exhale, fold forward. Maybe you're getting some more opening through the shoulders here to bring those fingertips forward Drop the head even more, open through that right front knee. And then lengthen the spine to bring the arms back to the sacrum, releasing the hands down, maybe extending the arm up, pushing that left hip forward to come into the bind. Find the bind is strong first. Then think about transitioning to the front of the mat. Take your time, slow it all down. Strong lift. Bird of paradise raises you up. Maybe the leg extends out to the side. Point the toes, flex the feet, whatever. Give yourself a smile for coming up. Amazing. Keep the chest nice and open. Feel strong in that bind. Think about these transitions as you bring that foot back down. You transition the weight, holding the bind. Step the foot back. Keep that bind as you roll the ribcage open, looking to the sky. Beautiful. And release. Choose a connecting vinyasa or back to down dog and child's pose. Always options. Inhale, right leg up and back behind you. Step it through to Anjanasana. Those interlaced fingers behind the back as you press them down the thigh. Open the chest to the sky. Beautiful. Stepping forward as the hands release. L-shaped forward bend. Lift Uddiyana Bandha. One circle on the return. Drop and release the body on the breath out. Bring yourself up and hands return back into Hakini. Left side, last time. 3 openings. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Let it flow. Exhale. Inhale, arms raised, circle the way through, flat back. Change the direction of those arms as they come to the hips for 1, 2, 3. Exhale, drop and release. Left leg goes back. Open the arms, interlace, press. Release the hands, connecting vinyasa of your choice. Back to down dog. Preparing to lift the left. 3-legged dog. Presses away. Bring it through. Left leg in front for warrior 2 position. And find the bind for reverse. Straighten through the front leg. Once you've got that bind, reach a little more. Good. Then bend into the front. Warrior 2, side angle. Come back through warrior. Interlace the fingers. Remember that you got one finger on top or the other. So try the opposite time. Fold the body forward. Arms might come up over the head. Lovely. Straight back releases the hands to the sacrum. Then the hands might come down to the mat, up to the sky, and then you can choose to take that bind or remembering to use a strap. Find the bind first before stepping forward. Transition the weight. Right leg stabilizes, really draw up through that supporting leg. And extend the leg out to the side. Point or flex the feet, whatever works for you. I give both a different feeling. Feel long in the spine. Step the foot back down. Transition the weight. Ready to step the back leg behind you. Come into that bind. Release. Turn on the back foot, hands come down, connecting vinyasa or straight into down dog. And left leg lifts this time, brings it straight through to Anjanasana. Last time, those fingers interlace. Give yourself a really nice press here and step it forward. Flat back. 1 circle on the return. Drop and release the body in the exhale. Whew. Inhale, bring yourself up and circle it back. Hakini into Samastiti. Pause for a few breaths. So, continuing with our royal theme, we're going to hit some king and queen asana today. So coming into our king of asanas, we're going to step back with the left leg sideways onto your mat. Wide-legged forward fold, holding onto the hips, nice flat back. Turn the toes in, heels go out. From here, crown of the head might come down to a block, might come down to the mat. Widen the feet if you need to. Now, if headstand, Shishasana, is in your practice, you can go into a headstand from your wide-legged forward fold. If it's not, just hold your forward fold. Work with that. Good. Strong through this posture. Remember, it's King Asana. If you've chosen to go up into headstand, try to bring the legs wide, lowering down back to wide leg. Yeah, good work. And nice and slowly, lift the body and step left leg to front. Right leg steps back. This time, arms come behind you. Press them down the back. You're going to draw the shoulder blades down as you fold forward and then bring the arms over the head, just as we did in the humble warrior. Good. It's hard for me to do any of these inversions today without stopping breathing. Good. Try to breathe into those tight areas. Whew. Let the arms be heavy. You might get a couple of millimeters, a couple of centimeters. Your choice here, either bring the arms back to the sacrum or raise up with the arms still where they are. It depends on your shoulder. So you can press the arms up towards the sky to come up, and then the arms come to the base. Step the right foot to the front of the mat. Take a moment in Tadasana. Inhale, arms raise. Exhale, swan dive, chest leads, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, either step or hop it back. Chaturanga. Ground position, cobra, up dog. Exhale, down dog. And bringing the right knee into the right wrist once more. Returning to pigeon. Keeping it upright, we're going to expand on our pigeon and go into Raja Kapotasana. So exhaling, letting the body release. So Raja Kapotasana is your king pigeon, which is the left leg bending at the knee and your left arm taking that left foot, or maybe hooking the foot into the elbow, the crook of the elbow. So bringing the hands back. This is a back extension, so it's quite deep. Sweep the arm back around, maybe taking hold of the foot. Lengthen the thigh, lengthen the knee towards the back of the mat as you drop this hip flexor towards the heel and open up. Maybe that right arm reaches up towards the sky. Maybe you get into the crook of the elbow there. Woof. Can't do that today. My body's not feeling it. Good. Yeah. King pigeon. Beautiful. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Nice and slowly release the foot. Place the palms. Tuck that back toe. Lift that right knee from the mat. Hold. Strong, strong, strong. And then push back. Three-legged dog. And bring the knee to the elbow 3 times. Push back. And 2. And 3. And back to down dog. Exhale. Left leg raises. Left leg comes into pigeon. Exhale, hips. Release the toe if you need. Exhale into prone. Notice those differences right to left. Dropping that right pelvis down towards the left heel. You can always use straps if you wish to try out these king pigeons. It depends on the flexibility of your knees and your thighs and the openness of your shoulders, which I hope that we have worked on all of those. Bringing yourself upright. And again, sweeping that right arm open to be able to take hold of the foot. And again, maybe that goes into the crook of the elbow. Drop the right hip down. And maybe, not today. Awful. Left arm reaches up towards the sky. Got to know when some things are going to work for you and some things don't. Just remembering that serendipity. Everything's in perfect alignment for you. Gently release. Tuck the back toe. Lift the left knee. Press it back. 3-legged dog. 3 times, knee to elbow. 1, 2, 3, and back to down dog. Take 3 breaths here, or come down to child's pose. Amazing. And let's all meet in our child's pose. As you take a rest, we're going to slow it all down a little bit now. Starting to roll up through the spine, come into kneeling. Swinging the legs around in front of you. Inhale, arms raise. Exhale, take a forward fold. Breathe out. Relax the body. Relax the head. Relax the neck. Reach the fingertips away to extend the spine. Long back brings you up. Left foot comes in towards the buttocks. We're going to take a Mariachasana bind here. So again, left arm goes to left buttock. Right arm goes back behind you. Fingertips might interlace or a strap. Ground through both sit bones and then turn the chest away from that bent thigh, opening up collarbones, just as we did in our bird of paradise. Nice and slowly release the bind. Widen the feet, left foot to the left, right foot to the right. Right arm comes back behind you. Wild thing, press it up. Hips raise, reach the arm back. Steady breaths, keep lifting the hips. Keep reaching the fingertips back. And bring yourself back into center. Legs out in front. Inhale, arms raise. Exhale, take that fold once more. See if you get a few more millimeters out of your fold. Let the head be heavy. Relax the arms to the mat. Release the arms to the feet. Nice flat back. Brings you up. Right leg comes into the buttock. You can always shift over to get that bind. Then ground the hips and opening up to the left. Nice and gently release the hands. Widen the feet. Left arm goes back. Hips lift. Wild thing. Reach the arm back. Stretch, stretch, stretch. You should feel the psoas, the hip flexors, the thigh. Everything opening here. Good one to end. Before we come to reclined. And bring yourself back to seated. And legs go out in front of you. If you're at the back of your mat here, bring yourself forward. Legs are straight and we roll down. So scoop the belly. So we're going to scoop, scoop, scoop. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Reach the fingers forward. Get the lower back down first. Then the middle. Then the shoulder blades, then the upper. Lie back, Shavasana, for a moment. Exhale as you let everything release. Draw both knees in towards the chest. Roll and massage out. Spine should feel a little bit worked after binds and bird of paradise. Keeping the right knee in towards the chest. Give it a press. Left leg extends. Draw the head and shoulders off of the mat up towards the right knee. From here, we extend the left leg. You can use a strap, but this would be your long pyramid. So maybe you're holding onto that heel, drawing the chest up towards that right thigh, drawing the thigh in towards the chest, draw the elbows in towards the calf. Left leg extends and presses down. Good. Keep lifting body off of mat. Now holding the leg where it is. Breathe out. Relax the upper back and the shoulder blades down to the mat. Think, oh, those toes are way past my head. This is your reclined Hanumanasana. Hanuman, the monkey god, he was kind of a servant to King Ram. Nice and gently release the right leg, extend it long, Shavasana, exhale. Left knee in towards the chest, give it a press. Right leg is long and extended, foot in line with the hip. Bring the head and shoulders up towards the knee. Press the thigh in towards the belly and the chest even further. Using a strap or your hands, take hold of the heel or the ankle or the calf. Extend the leg. Exhale. Keep lifting the body here. Remember, this was our long triangle, long forward-facing triangle or a pyramid. Extend that right leg long. Keep lifting the body. Elbows draw into calf. Nice and slowly, keep the leg where it is. Relax the body back to the mat. Take a moment, reclined Hanumanasana. Slowly bend at the knee, relax the heel to the buttock and extend the leg to Shavasana. Sway out. Draw the knees in towards the chest. Roll and massage out. Our queen of asana is our Sarvangasana, which is our shoulder stand. Many shoulder stand variations, either with a block or a bolster underneath the hips, or the hands underneath the spine. Legs might go all the way up to the sky. I'm not going to go up into shoulder stand because it's just going to kill my congestion. I'm going to take my legs up. Find your shoulder stand, 5 to 10 breaths. Your choice to take it into Halasana, and then you can start to lower from Halasana. Remember, this is our queen of asana. That gaze goes up to the toes and beyond. Draw those elbows in towards the midline as you roll a little bit more onto the shoulders. They can get underneath you even more. Lift the hips. Try to get the heels in line with the hips. Lower to Halasana when you're ready. And rolling down through the spine, again, whenever you're ready. And lowering the legs all the way to the mat. Take a moment in Shavasana. Last few postures coming up. Fish pose, Matsya-asana. Hands come underneath the body. Press into the fingers and the palms. Elbows tuck right into the midline to come up onto the forearms, to look along the body, and then maybe the head goes back behind you. I'm going to look forward. You can always extend the feet, lifting the legs away from the mat just a little. Keep pressing into the mat with those palms, forearms, and elbows. Open the chest, the collarbones, and roll the shoulders back. Coming down when you're ready, release the head and the hands. Shavasana moment to recover. And taking a reclined twist of your choice. Maybe it's one, maybe it's two legs. Maybe it's a straight leg, maybe it's a bent leg. Whatever feels good, right or left. Switching sides if you haven't already. And continuing with our Raja theme, we have one posture remaining. Drawing yourself back into center, taking time to roll and massage out, roll over to one side, bring yourself to kneeling. It's your last opportunity to either do a headstand prep or a full headstand. Again, I'm not going to do it, but your prep is bringing the fingertips interlace, making that solid foundation, crown of the head, top of the head. Does not press into the mat. You can press away as much so that you can leave a little bit of space. And then maybe the toes just walk themselves in, and you work from there with your supported headstand. The legs do not have to raise up towards the sky, or of course you can go against a wall. Lovely. Keep pressing into the foundation of your triangle. When you're ready to come down, take a child's pose to recover. And once you have recovered enough from inversion, King Asana, we're going to get warm, take a drink, and go into final relaxation. Well done. Nicely done today. Bit of a wake-up call from Hatha, isn't it? And lying yourselves back now into your final relaxation pose of Shavasana. Bringing those thoughts into the present moment of where you are right now. And be gentle with yourself all the time. Taking this time to notice your body cues, listening to your intuition. You know, that question of asking yourself, how are you? Listening to the answer that the body says. Taking these moments to slow down. There's no need to rush. When we get wrapped up in this mindset, we tend to ignore the subtle signs our bodies send out to us as messages. And as we take this time to stop and listen to your intuitive cues, you can learn these messages so that when they do present themselves, you will recognize them and heed your needs. With gentleness, great healing can happen. I'll leave you for a few moments in Shavasana. When a cat wakes up, it does so at a leisurely pace. It takes the time to stretch its limbs and curl its back. A cat is not in a hurry to wake up and do anything. It revels in the rest it just awoke from. Practice getting up slowly, stretching each limb. Feel yourself gradually awaken as you send movement through your body. The rest you just had was much needed. Take your time to transition from it. Returning to seated with Hakini Mudra at the heart center, sitting nice and tall, lengthening the space between the ears and the collarbone to reach the crown of your head up towards the sky. Breathing is steady and equal. Mind is calm and centered. And draw back into your own personal intention, the Bhakti yoga, drawing love, devotion into a practice. And whatever your divine is. Give thanks to yourself for showing up to your mat, to your body, to your breath. And I thank you all. Namaste.